So I have to imagine because you say like the street ball versus the pro ball, the airless ball is also very hard to attain in the world of GOAT, just like it is for us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because the airless Wilson ball was like two grand or something like that.
Something like that. And then there's knockoffs that are like $450 that you 3D print.
I mean, 2,450.
Look, as long as it doesn't smash when I'm playing the game, I mean, no complaints.
None
Uh,
whatsoever. And I just did
not
this 7 out of nowhere.
Hi, Tyree. My name is Thomas Alanidas with OneTakeNews. How are you today?
Thomas, I'm doing good. I see you got your Raptors jersey on
Yeah,
representing.
I got to rep Vince Carter, man. He's my favorite player of all time.
I'm not mad at that. Vince Carter is the greatest dunker of all time. So
Half man, half amazing. What can I say?
what?
Love him so much. And I love this movie so much as someone who loves the sport of basketball. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I'm really excited to talk about this. My first question, I'm really curious because I've actually never asked this about an animated movie. Throughout the entire process, how many times do you actually think you've watched GOAT?
Hundreds, literally hundreds.
100. That's the most I've ever gotten. Most people say 50 or 60, but hundreds. I'd imagine, especially with animation.
Hundreds. There was a time we literally saw the movie 3 times a day.
That is insane. And the fact that you saw it 3 times a day, I feel like I have to ask, what is the one sequence you never got sick of watching?
The whole movie. I never get sick of the whole movie. You know what? You know, a movie is good, and I'm not just saying it because it's our movie. I still get goosebumps in certain scenes. I still get teary eyed in certain scenes. I still laugh at certain scenes. Like that's how you know. Like if I can still feel it in my body after the 100th or so watch, that means we got something special.
That's amazing to hear. Most directors, when I ask them this question, they're like, I'm sick of watching my movie after the entire process. So I'm really happy to hear that you don't share that sentiment. It's actually very refreshing. One thing I love in this movie is I guess you guys are seemingly using the airless Wilson ball in Roarball. I think it's one of the coolest pieces of technology that's been introduced to the sport of basketball. I'm curious, whose idea was that? Was that you? Was that Steph? And did you actually get to use it to get an idea of how it worked from a physics perspective?
Yeah, that's all of our ideas. We collaborate on all of these things. The idea behind that ball was we wanted a ball that number one was not leather because that would be weird in an all animal world. Let's just
Yes,
start
very
there.
weird.
And then the second thing is just from a utility standpoint, we wanted a ball made that could handle animal paws, claws, hooves, and whatever else, and it'd be able to stand up to that. And then the other thing was if you see the difference between like Will's basketball
Yeah.
and professional roar ball, we wanted a street ball versus a pro ball, something that felt more like FIBA or the Olympics. It gives like this air of spectacle or pageantry to it. It's a little bit more heightened. It's more important. So yeah, like that was our big inspiration. And then again, because we're trying to make a sports film for the next generation, you got to use next generation technology. It's kind of
Yeah.
futurist thinking in that way.
That's actually a really good way to put it. So I have to imagine because you say like the street ball versus the pro ball, the airless ball is also very hard to attain in the world of GOAT, just like it is for us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because the airless Wilson ball was like two grand or something like that.
Something like that. And then there's knockoffs that are like $450 that you 3D print.
I mean, 2,450.
Look, as long as it doesn't smash when I'm playing the game, I mean, no complaints.
None
Uh,
whatsoever. And I just did this
None.
7 out of nowhere.
None whatsoever. GOAT's animation style is so beautiful, like many Sony animation movies. And I am of the belief that it's one of those movies you can pause it at any time and the frame is just a work of art. Do you have a favorite frame in the movie? And what do you think that is? If it's the defining shot or just a personal one?
Oh, it's too many, dude. I'll give you one. There's a scene where Jet and Will are playing horse, and she says, "You missed." If you pause when she says that, there's a frame rate where it's like 3 pairs of Jet's eyeballs are smearing.
That's so
That's
cool.
just one of many I could name, but like that, there's one for you.
That's so cool. And I want to talk about that horse sequence. That's an ode to the McDonald's ads, right?
Maybe,
Those horse sequences?
maybe not. I don't
Because
know.
if it is, that's an amazing little thing. I love those commercials. So when
Yeah,
I saw it, I'm like, it just clicked for me.
What's in the bag?
Lunch. Big Mac, fries.
Play you for it.
You and me for my Big Mac.
First one to miss watches the winner eat. No dunking.
Get in there.
I also believe music is very important in movies, and I believe it's more important than people think. And not only do you guys have an amazing soundtrack, you also have a great song, Don't Dream It's Over by Crowded House. You guys have a cover of it. That's one of my favorite songs ever. I think it fits the scene so perfectly. Was that written into the script, or did that come after? And if you couldn't get the rights from Crowded House, did you have a backup song?
No, so no, the goal, okay. The goal from the very beginning was to use that song. We launched storyboard artists before they start sequences. I came in with that song on my iPhone and I started playing and I said, this is the song that will inform this sequence. That song, and that, just to remind you of the process and how long things take, that was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It has endured our entire process to get to this point. And then Spring Aspers and Dana Sano over in our music department, thank God for them. They had the idea to repackage it in the reboot form for the cover. And it's an amazing update. And then if you notice at the end of the film, we also play the original. So we give it. So yeah, Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over, classic song. Anytime you want to cry, play that.
Honestly, it's that and Time After Time. Those are like what two songs that just like I absolutely lose it to.
Look at Thomas with some music knowledge. I see you over there cooking, young man.
You haven't even seen half of it. Wait, you haven't even seen half of it.
Oh, snap. Oh, the collection is over there.
I try to put corresponding records to any sort of movie whenever I do these interviews, but unfortunately I don't have Crowded House. So Eminem and Beastie Boys will have to suffice. I know you guys test screened this movie a couple times, and that's one of my favorite things about the process of movie making. I know directors hate it normally. But I'm really curious, what was the one thing, whether it was just a sequence that you guys had to cut or just something in general that broke your heart to take out of the movie, if there was anything?
I can't say too much, but let's just say this. When you cut things, you have to understand it's for the greater good.
Yes.
It might be great in the room. It might be great for us internally, but for a mass audience, some things just don't work. And we're okay with that. So yeah, it hurts in the moment, but again, for the long-term play, like that's what we're after. That's more important. So no, we didn't lose anything that shouldn't have been there in the first place.
That's absolutely amazing to hear. And I love that in the last month and a half, there's been 2 movies that have come out that use the mantra of dream big, and they're very focal points of it.
Right?
This and Marty Supreme. That was the first thing I wrote in my notes when I watched the movie. I'm just like, Marty Supreme. I just saw dream big, and I love that it's the heart and soul of both these movies. I have to ask, when is Will getting his Marty Supreme jacket? Are we going to see him ever in that?
I don't know. We got to make some phone calls. Garth, can we make that happen? Okay, cool. Yeah, Garth's on it.
No, but I just wanted to see, because I thought that was really cool. And, sports movies are also my favorite genre. And I'm really curious, is there a double feature or companion piece in the sports genre that you would double bill with GOAT?
Oh, you mean like from yesteryear or something like that?
Literally any movie that you think would serve as a great companion piece or double feature.
That's a good question. I don't know. Mighty Ducks, maybe?
Thank you. As a Canadian, I'm so happy you said a hockey movie. I love to hear that.
Yeah, like Mighty Ducks. Like, come on, quintessential.
Amazing movie. And, as a basketball fan, I got to ask, who do you think's winning the Larry O'B this year? It's a tight race up there.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like SGA might get it again. Oh, wait, no, you said Larry O'Brien.
Yeah.
Okay, the Thunder might get it again.
They might.
They might get it.
I hope they don't, but they might.
I'm looking at the Spurs, though. Spurs look kind of good, too.
I mean, if they make a splash in the next few days with Giannis on the trade block, that'd be interesting. And just one more question before I leave. I'm interviewing Patton in 2 hours, and you have the upper hand on him. What should I ask him? What do you think would get a great reaction from him? What should I ask him?
Ask him to tell you how his voice felt when we recorded the fugue state scene.
I will definitely tell him that. Tyree, I'm getting the wrap. I just want to say thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I'm so happy this movie exists as a basketball fan. It's absolutely beautiful, and I can't wait for everyone to see it next week.
That's what I'm talking about, Thomas. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love this conversation.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.